guys, it's Lisa. I'm going to do an art journal page for you, and this is the page I chose in my art journal, and it just has some background on it, a little bit of blue paint, and just some paper that got ripped off on it. So I got out some distress ink, and my favorite color of ink is fossilized amber, so I grabbed that out. I grabbed a little bit of green paint. I had an idea what I wanted to do, and let's just go to town and see if we can get this to work. If any of you are following me on my channel, you know that I was sick earlier in the week and I got tested for corona. And good news, I do not have it. So that's exciting. So let's just go to town here. I wanted to put down some of this Southie Ocean. I have a lot of blue here, and so I think I'll start with my green. And I just have the green peeled paint, and I have that in the smaller um, little ink pad, and that's fine. I'm a big believer of using what I have. I'm just going right up to the top there. And like I said, I did have something in mind of what I was doing here. So I'm hoping it'll turn out. What's the worst case that would happen would be it didn't turn out and I just had a little bit of fun in my art journal. So that is not a problem at all for me. Just kind of going ahead, going over what I have here. Like I said, I did want some green to be on this background. So I'm going to go ahead and just put my distress paint down. And this is something that I don't use super lot in my art journal pages, and I really should. I have almost all the colors of distress ink. It's something I use a lot in my card making. So, yeah, I think I will try and use a little bit more of that in my art journal pages. So I've got the green down, and then I'm going to use this fossilized amber, and this is a distress oxide ink, and we'll see what happens there, huh? So I'm just going to move some of this out of my way here. So I'm feeling much better. Thank you all for your kind words and your lovely comments and thoughts. I appreciate it that you were worried about me. I was too, you know. I slept for so many hours. My husband kept checking on me. Are you dead? Are you dead? And I'm like, I don't think I am. I don't know, you know. So yeah, I feel better and I'm back to work and I got tested and all of that. So, okay, I put down my fossilized amber and that was a distress oxide. Now I'm going to just put a little of this green because I pulled it out. That's the only reason. I'm sorry, blue. This is Salty Ocean. And it feels like it's kind of pulling a little bit of that um, fossilized amber distress ink off, which is fine. This is just playing in my art journal here. Okay, and then I wanted to perhaps put down just some splatters and see what happened to that. So I'm just going ahead and splattering on there. Gonna leave it sit just a little bit. And I have a piece of paper towel. And we're just gonna let that sit for a moment. And go ahead and pick it up and see if it did anything. Oh, I could definitely say that it did something. Can you see? That looks cool. See, that's pretty neat. All right. So now I want to use my archival ink because I want to go over the top of this background, and I'm going to use my trusty background stamp, and this is Impression Obsession, and it's called French Script. I use it all the time. You can see it's very, very well loved. So I'm going to give this an ink it up, and I'm not going to get every single area of it. I'm doing it real sporadic, and we're just going to go ahead and like this. That's exactly what I wanted. Cool, huh? Very cool. I like it. I think I'm going to zoom in just for a little bit for you so you're not so far away. How's that? Is that a little bit better? Yeah. Okay. So I liked how that turned out. I'm just going to quick give this a wipe. I'll link it below for you. And put that away. Cover this bad boy. I'm going to actually give it a dry because I want to use some acrylic paint on here. And really, this art journal page is just kind of about doing the background. I just wanted to make something cool on here, real quick and easy, using some different supplies I haven't used in a while. We're going to use one of Sean's stencils, and we're going to use a embossing folder to get some cool background texture on there also. And I think I will do that next because I want that texture to be underneath the stenciling. So here's what I wanted. I wanted the honeycomb texture in the background on here. Well, I didn't have the stamp, so I thought, well, let's try this. I'm going to put this I put the cardboard through my Big Shot and got this paper that is embossed now, and I'm going to use that as my stamp for the background. Believe it or not, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but let's find out, shall we? I'm just going to stamp it on there. And it's like, why wouldn't it work, huh? I think it should work. That didn't work. I can see it. It's faint, but that's okay. I can see it there. Huh? Yeah. That's kind of a neat little technique, isn't it? Strange what things you think of. I guess I need a stamp like this, huh? There. I can see it in the background. I think maybe I want just a little bit up there on the top. There. Okay. Worked out just fine. Worked out just fine. Set that aside. I don't know what I'll do with this, but I'm not going to throw it because you know me. Just got this paper under here so that it's protecting the page behind it. I'm going to give that a dry because I don't want to smear it. We're going to go ahead and put these leaves in, and the leaves that I'm going to use are from a stencil by Sean Petit. This one is Garden 2, and I like all the variety of leaves on there. Just a real quick dry with my heat gun. And my thought is, because I didn't love this down here, I'm going to cover it up. Just like that. Put this one here, and I'll put one on the top there. So I have some green paint by Stamperia. I like it because it's so nice. Ooh, 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 dear. It's so nice and thick. Now, what am I going to do with that? There. I'm just a freak about wasting my stuff. I don't like to waste my supplies. Supplies are expensive, you know, and we have so much in our stash. We just need to be a little careful, more careful than I am. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to stencil this in using my makeup brush and just a little bit of this paint, and it's going to cover up that little area that I didn't like. And it's going to give me that leaves in the background that I do like. I'm hoping I do like anyways. Being careful not to have too much paint so that it leaks underneath the background there. Okay, so I'm going to hold this in place as well as I can and just give it a minute or two to dry, because what I'm going to do next is going to blow your mind. Okay, I'm holding this, and then I'm going to go in and I'm going to grab my black archival ink back. And I have jet black. Now I have this stamp, and it's kind of like a cheesecloth textured stamp. And I'm going to put my black on here like this, and I'm going to go through and get these lines through my stencil. And just like using that embossed piece of cardboard, is it going to work? I don't know, but it was just something I thought might be kind of cool. I wanted kind of like a crosshatch pattern in those leaves. I don't know if it's going to work. It totally did. It totally did work. Look at that. Cool. I'm going to give it a dry. And I'm going to do another one up here. And look how fast this art journal page is coming together. I did a real quick one last week. And like I said last week, it doesn't have to take us days and days and days to do a project, because then, I don't know if you're like me, but I get discouraged. I'm like, oh gosh, I don't have 3 hours to do an art journal page. I definitely would like to have 3 hours to an art journal page. I'm going to move this up, and I'm going to do the same technique. Using my sponge, making sure I don't have too much paint to go through the stencil. So now as I'm working on these leaves and it's turning out, I'm thinking about my sentiment, because there isn't too much left that I want to put on this art journal page. Maybe a little bee, I'm thinking, and I have something in mind. So I'm thinking right now, sentiment and focal point. And we had a couple of cool techniques here, didn't we? the technique with using the embossing folder as a stamp, and then using this stamp through the stencil. Pretty cool, huh? Something different anyways. I could see using that technique on some cards. I have to get going on my Christmas cards. Today is the 20th of November, and I know that December is going to creep right up on us. Okay, I'm using my stamp again, putting it in my ink, putting it over the stencil. It looks like a hot mess through here, but bam! Look at that. I think it's cool. Might just do a couple of leaves down here just to complete the corner. Because it needs something down here. I'm just going to do a couple of leaves. 2. Same technique to make it all work together. Look at how cute. So very cute. I'm going to give this a quick dry right here. I am thinking about my edge and my focal point. Sentiment also. Remember we were saying that? Sentiment. I had something I cut out here. It says, she decided to stop letting fear hold her back. Who is she? I would say she is me. Maybe I need to do more. I need to get more subscribers. I'm just over 800 subscribers now, so once I get to 1,000, you can get monetized, which is no big deal. You can have people advertise on your YouTube channel. That's fine. I don't know that that's going to be any benefit for me. I just need to continue on and not give up on my dream. I know that this coronavirus has put a lot of dampers on people's ideas and dreams. I've got all this paint left here. I'm going to use it on here. There, I don't know what that's going to be, but that's going to be using up my paint. Alright, so put this away. And I was looking for a little bee that I have. Here it is. It's kind of cute, isn't it? So maybe I will just use a little marker, and I'm going to mark off what's black there. And that would be really cute. Okay, so I'm going to use this sentiment. And I'm also going to use some of this Distress Vintage Photo. I use this color all the time. So what I want to do with this is I want to go around my edge, because I like a nice border. And I thought that if I put some of this brown on my edge, and I also put it on my sentiment. That would pull everything together. What do you think? Get it up here on the top. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put some on here because that's too white for me. It would stand right out too much. And of course, we're going to need to cut that into sections. So she decided, chop, to stop letting fear hold her back. Or she decided to stop letting fear hold her back. Yeah, I like how that goes. I'm going to stick it down kind of willy-nilly like that. I think that's cool. I think that's very cool. I'm going to use a black marker. I have 404 black markers, but I want to go ahead and color in this bee body, like a busybody. And we'll put that down too. I think that's super cute. And this is a die that I just had in my stash, but I had cut out a couple extra little bees and they were behind me where I found that embossing folder. And when I was digging there, it was like, oh yeah, maybe that would be cute. So this is just a permanent black marker, like a Sharpie. It's called Indenti pen, and it has two sides to it, so that's kind of nice. This is the thicker side. And now that I am looking at this, I feel that I need to go around the edges a little bit, and I need a little piece of paper underneath the bee because it's hollowed out like that, and I'm going to use my Distress Oxide and color a little piece of paper, and I'm going to put it underneath. Can you see what I'm talking about? I think that would be really cute. So let me find a scrap. This is not a scrap, but it's handy. And we're going to color it so that we're using the same colors. I'm going to give this a dry. And we're going to stick that down on there, and then I'll gently cut it around. Let me grab some glue. And the glue I'm going to use is a Deluxe Adhesive by Nuvo. Look how old this bottle is. You can't even see the writing on it anymore. It's pretty old, but I like it. I need to get another one probably, but this one's not used up yet. So I'm going to carefully do that. And I just put a pin in the top there. It works for me. And this is how we're going to make our bee. Cute as can be. Get it? Bee, huh? Okay, you don't need to sit and watch me cut this out. So I will go ahead and cut this out. And you will see it in the final pictures. I will also use this glue to put down my sentiment since it's here. So she decided to stop letting fear hold her back. I don't feel that I'm fearful of anything, of creating and going forward with my dream and plan of working hard and having a good following. I just think, right now people have other things on their mind. I can't do my workshops right now. It seems like the online workshops are nice, but there's a lot of them out there right now, so it is just what it is. I'm just going to keep going and, do what I can do and keep healthy, enjoy life, and try to create something amazing and have fun along the way is what we should do, right? So I know I said I wasn't going to do this on camera, but I'm here, right? So I might as well continue. I'm just bending up his antennae and things so that I can cut that yellow from behind. Cutting behind the wings. And look how cute this bee is. It's very cute. Oop, I just ripped one of his legs off. But you know what? It's alright. Because I can glue it right back on. Okay, so I'm going to go like this. I'm going to leave his wings up like that. And now that I just was thinking about that, I have Wink of Stella. And if any of you know what that is, it's just super, super sparkly. And wouldn't those look super cute on that little bee? Super sparkly. And I feel that this is going to be complete. One thing I am going to do, now that I'm thinking about it, see, it just keeps going on and on and on and on. We're going to put this bee down. I like him right here in the middle. I'm leaving his wings up to give that dimension. And what I thought of while I was rambling here, I apologize. My brown Stabilo All pencil should be right here. I'm going to go around this. Like that. Because I like that look, I'm going to find a little brush, and I'm not going to add a lot of water because I don't want to activate those colors underneath. You know what I mean? I just kind of want to melt that little bit of brown, pull it down, but I don't want to activate the background and make it run. Neat. I think it turned out cute. And it didn't take too long. I've got the voiceover, so that helps with editing. Today is Friday. And I think I will spend the weekend working on those Christmas cards. There. Do we need white splatters? I feel we do. Let me pick this up. Move some stuff aside. I like this bleed-proof white. And I'm going to use that same brush. My little spatula. Just a tiny little bit. And that's probably even too much, but that's what I got. Gonna add a little bit of water with it. I just like white splatters. And this bleed-proof white, this, you could see the container. I've had it probably 2 years, and look how much I've hardly used any of it. I'll have it forever. But it would be a good thing if you're looking for something to build your stash. Absolutely. Absolutely adorable. Okay, well, thanks for hanging in there. Thanks for all the well wishes. I definitely am feeling much better. Get rid of this. Here is our project. I will do some close-up pictures, and we will talk to you on Thursday for a mixed media piece. Okay, thanks. Bye.